Alright, so Mcjuggernuggets quits YouTube. This is one of the biggest things being talked about on the YouTube community, and it's just like blowing my mind right now, everything that's happened. First off, I just want to say I am a fairly recent subscriber. I started watching Mcjuggernuggets back when his mom said she wanted a divorce. That's when I found the videos, and I don't know how. I either found it through Angry Grandpa or through just like a recommendation because of his whatchamacallit, where his Psycho Dad runs over the DVDs. You know, it's like got so many views. So that's how I came about it, and I liked what I saw. I thought it was like crazy and out there, and I did think it was real for the first little while of watching. It's been my nighttime thing. Like, I watch it every night that he uploaded at a decent time. I'd watch it while I eat dinner. So I got to liking it. I started watching all these videos talking about how it was fake and yada yada yada, and I recently saw a video of this young girl that went to meet him at his house right as they were putting up the gate, the columns for the gate, and how there was just a lot of stuff that I noticed that other YouTubers noticed that made videos about it, about how it was fake, and started watching like the evidence of it being fake type videos, and I found those to be interesting as well. So I just wanted to catch on a few topics. First of all, the ice cream shop suing him. I do think that is legit. I think as he was going around to all these kinds of businesses, it wasn't so much that he was trying to necessarily be gross or do anything like that. Like, his whole concept of his videos is that basically he's a fuck up, right? So that was part of the video, obviously, was that he wouldn't get the job because he's a fuck up, but he would promote the business and get views, get people, you know, ordering things online or going into the shop in person, yada yada yada. So apparently the shop got all these negative calls and comments, and reviews were horrible and just not what they signed up for, all because he put his head under the machine and was like doing it like from his mouth, which, yeah, looking back, his mouth never did touch the thing, but it was just one of those things where it was like too gross, and it's like, don't get near that, don't do that, especially, you know, because it's concerning people's health. You know, you just don't want to do that. So I think I don't know, I think the place will probably win some money out of it, and I think that's one of the reasons that could be why he's quitting the Psycho series finally. Like, at this point, I'm not for sure. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes there, but I just found that to be really interesting that happened not too long ago, and now all of it's finally coming to an end, you know, just right now all of a sudden. I, along with a lot of you fellow juggies, have felt that it's just been really boring. A lot of it's been really predictable, just really kind of, you know, we've hit the climax, and now we're just like, oh, when are you gonna end it and start doing regular things, Jesse? Come on. So I really felt like probably when all the stuff, when his dad took everything out of his room and he was only left with clothes and a bed, I really felt like at that point Jesse probably already had a place of his own, or was just putting his stuff in storage for some other reason. I feel like he could have probably been having his place all along if it wasn't for the fact that his gaming system and stuff was set up, and that maybe he was just going there to film something every day, because, you know, there wasn't many cuts to his videos that I noticed personally. I know some of you guys have noticed a lot of cuts and stuff, so I tend to feel like he was probably there for maybe just like the evening or something and filming, and then went back to his own place. That's just a theory that I have. I don't know, but I just kind of feel like since everything was scripted, that he was also living just a totally different life, possibly. Now, with that being said, the most recent videos of him in that little room, I did not like. I don't like the idea of abuse or anything, just from my own past, and it's just one thing that bothers me a lot is that he does have little kids watching him too. So everything from, you know, taking the abuse, lashing out, dealing with his dad, dealing with Melissa, being locked into this room, I didn't feel like that was being portrayed. I don't know. I think a lot of his content is not suitable for kids. And he's even admitted that he's got like 9, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids watching him, along with me, you know, people like me who's like in their 30s and 40s watching him, because it's just, we find it so ridiculous and funny, and it's a nice entertainment thing for us. I just don't like a lot of the dark stuff he was doing. I don't like the stuff that he was doing in the room. And I was wondering what was going on. A lot of people were posting that he was in LA, and then all of a sudden his most recent video, he's in Switzerland. So I was talking to an online friend, and we both kind of came to the conclusion that those were pre-recorded. And of course, you can't really pre-record what he was doing every day anyway. So that would have been really hard to do. So he was like, hey dad, let's do this. Just put me in this room and then I'll film, you know, so many videos. Like, he probably did that all within a matter of a day or two, honestly. And then they left for the trip, and he's been posting from wherever. Now he's in LA doing something, trying to get another job, apparently, is what I've heard. So it could have been he packed up all his stuff, had movers come in or something, and move all his stuff to LA. Who knows at this point. I want to address the most recent video of his, that he leaves the country. I thought it was very well put together. I loved how he kind of choreographed different parts to go along with the lyrics of the song. I loved the shots he was doing. It was a little weird at first because you could tell some of the shots he still had somebody filming him. I wish he would kind of man up and just hold the camera on his own, or do like I'm doing with a tripod, you know, just kind of like regular vlogger stuff. I mean, he's not some big crazy superstar that he needs somebody filming him all the time. Like, he could do it himself. But I loved that part. I did not like the part where he was trying to hang himself. I thought that was way too dark and way too impressionable for little kids. And the long rant, I kind of felt was not needed. I felt like he could have really at that point just opened up and told us that it was scripted, and really gave like some kind of thank you speech to all the fans and stuff. I know a lot of people in the comments were leaving comments kind of like bashing him and saying like, oh, you just used us and your supporters for money or for gifts or something like that. But that's what people love him, so they send him gifts. They do that of their own free will. He never really asked for anything like that. And as far as hating on him for entertainment, I mean, like Vin Diesel or Julia Roberts or Brad Pitt or anybody in Hollywood, they do that for entertainment, and they get paid millions and millions of dollars per job that they get, and it's all just for entertainment. And I feel like, you know, Jesse obviously has a great mind to think of all this stuff and to put it all together, and to go for so long doing it, and not only doing it, but having somebody film him constantly every day, having his family in on it, editing it, uploading it, doing thumbnails, doing the, you know, all the descriptions and everything like that. That takes a lot of work. So I don't really think that he did anything dishonest to the fans or anything by doing that. I do wish that he wouldn't have kept it up as it was real to the very end. I thought that when he gave his little crying speech there on the hotel bed, that's when he should have just been like, you know, Psycho series is over, thank you for everything, and I'm moving on with my life, or kind of let us in on what's going on at this point. I thought would be good. At the very end, when the camera went down, I thought that was actually the coolest and best position for the camera to be, because I thought I was wondering if he put the camera like that down like that on purpose or what, but I thought it captured everything perfectly. Like, even if we just set it up normal like this, you know, I felt like that would just be kind of blah. But since he like set the camera down like crooked sideways or whatever, I thought that kind of shot was amazing. And I loved seeing his mom there and Uncle Larry there. I'm glad Uncle Larry wasn't hurt. I knew he wasn't, but it's just one of those things where he did it so good. You were like, I know Uncle Larry's not hurt, but if he really is, I hope he's okay, you know, type thing. I've heard a lot of crap about Uncle Larry too, and I think it was all just a very well played game that earned them millions and millions and millions of dollars. I'm glad to see his dad is really not a complete asshole, and that his parents are still together, because divorce really does suck. I've had two myself and it's horrible. But I just loved even the end, how they played it out, and they're like, yay, it's over finally. And then he was like, where's dad? And his dad was off in the distance and kind of came up, and the hug and everything. That was just really, really awesome how it ended. And like I said, I loved the beginning montage. I really loved that. I loved seeing Jesse's artistic side come out, more editing instead of just one long shot, kind of like a TV show. I loved that. I love watching people on YouTube and seeing their creative side. I absolutely love that. So if we can get more of that, that would be awesome. I would love to see Jesse in a new environment. I've said for a long time in the comments that he needed to get out, that I would love to see regular style vlogs from him, and just seeing him live a regular life would be, at this point, more entertaining than the Psycho series. So I'm glad it's over. And I'm like you guys, I'm wondering what's next. So leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think, and stay tuned. It's gonna be kind of fun to watch now, honestly.